Mimi nikisema kwamba we are not going to allow political assassinations. Yani hiyo ni mambo hatuwezi tena. Ukikosana na mtu, we met an MCA ambao wakati wa abduction.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, that is none other than Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, the former Vice President of the Republic of Kenya, speaking in regards to the 2027 general election, where he went ahead to assure the people of the Republic of Kenya that he, Kalonzo Musyoka, no matter what people may think or what people may say, he will be on the ballot papers ahead of the 2027 general election. But I want to get down into analyzing this story and the possibility of Kalonzo Musyoka vying for presidency and also having Matiangi, the former Cabinet Secretary of Interior CS Fred Okengo Matiangi, as a presidential candidate ahead of the 2027 general election. Here is one thing that you don't know. Currently, the opposition is divided into two. Those that believe Kalonzo Musyoka should be the flag bearer of the opposition ahead of the 2027 general election, and those that believe Fred Okengo Matiang'i is the right fit to take on President William Ruto in the year 2027. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because you all have realized that recently Kalonzo Musyoka and Rigathi Gachagua are people that are working together. But one thing with Rigathi Gachagua, Gachagua is working in uniting his Mount Kenya region to be behind him so that when he gets on the negotiation table ahead of the 2027 general election, then he will be able to negotiate well and he will be able to get his fair share in the 2027 general election. Why am I saying this? Regarding Gachagua, you have seen recently that even the Mount Kenya East Bloc, which was rumored to be a Prokindeke function, is currently now aligning behind Rigathi Gachagua. Yesterday, we all saw him meet with the former senator of Meru County and former cabinet secretary of agriculture, Mithika Linturi. And Mithika Linturi, together with him, brought other leaders and delegates from the Meru County, which is the largest county in the Mount Kenya East Bloc and which has the largest population. I mean, Meru County is among the top 5 most populated counties that we have in the country. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka, on the other hand, is doing, is just acting as a retired president. I mean, what is the difference of what Kalonzo Musyoka and what Kalonzo Musyoka is doing and what the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta has been doing? And let me tell you, this is why people have lost confidence in Kalonzo Musyoka. Kalonzo Musyoka does not stand firm and defend the people that have always stood for him. As of currently, we are speaking about the death of one MCA of Kariobangi North, Joel Munuve, who was a great supporter. I mean, Joel Munuve, in everywhere Kalonzo Musyoka went, Joel Munuve was with Kalonzo Musyoka. He stood with Kalonzo Musyoka. And after the death of Joel Munuve, Kalonzo Musyoka has kept everything under wraps. He has not called upon the investigation to prove that, you know, Joel Munuve's death is a suspicious one. Are we together? Now let's get back to Rigathi Gachagua. Gachagua anakusanya viongozi, anaunganisha Mlima Kenya. And when he unites the Mount Kenya East, the Mount Kenya West, all of them becomes one, then he will have a greater negotiation power. And you cannot just, having over 5 million voters supporting you and somebody who has 2 million voters supporting them, you just go ahead there umwambie yes, we utakuwa rais na sisi tumekubali utupe mawaziri kadhaa. No, what will happen is that Kalonzo Musyoka, what will happen is that Rigathi Gachagua will have to at least acquire a higher role in that government, in the coalition, in the opposition government that they are forming. Gachagua, Kalonzo on the other side, yeye anategemea Gachagua atatuletea watu. Gachagua, I mean, Kalonzo should be a mobilizer, he should be a bulldog, but he is acting as a chihuahua. Come to the other side of Matiangi. We all should agree that currently Matiangi amesema enough is enough. I'm not going to join hands with these people. Asiendi kuanza siasa zangu na kujihusisha na hii opposition. Tuko pamoja. Matiang'i is preparing on how he will be able to go head on with President William Ruto even if hawa watu watakataa kumwendorse for presidency, the likes of kina Rigathi Gachagua and the likes of kina Kalonzo Musyoka. But one thing that I see is that Rigathi Gachagua also knows how this politics, I mean, he knows how to deal with William Ruto. And for him, yes, bad by the constitution not to vie, he can go ahead and support Matiang'i. Because for Kalonzo Musyoka, this I mean, presidential elections are of more so you vying against somebody like President William Ruto. You have to be a bulldozer. You can't at any point be somebody mwenye anabembeleza bembeleza hawa watu and expect that utaweza kuget the support of the people. Currently we have seen a lot of things happening in this country, but the only one thing that Kalonzo Musyoka stood with is saying that the report given on the death of CDF Francis Ogola was a cooked up report. That is the only point that I have seen regarding, I mean, Kalonzo Musyoka stood firm. Fred Matiang'i, we know him from back in the days. I mean, Fred Matiang'i, literally, we know he's a dictator, but a dictator that served this country with dignity. And that is what people need. Kalonzo Musyoka is not a policy-oriented man. And that is something that if he continues being, he continues with cowardice and hiding behind Rigathi Gachagua, at the end of the day, there's nobody that is going to believe that he, Kalonzo Musyoka, can make a president. Look at how George Natembeya is fighting. This is just a governor, by the way. A governor who has decided that his name will be noted down in history as a man that stood firm and challenged the powers of President William Ruto. Now imagine of Fred Matiang'i and George Natembeya ticket. That is a ticket that we literally know it could destabilize William Ruto completely. But a ticket of Kalonzo Musyoka and anybody else, with Kalonzo Musyoka as the presidential candidate, but now that ticket is dead on arrival. It's dead on arrival. Ndio maana unaona Fred Matiang'i hata anakataa kuhusishwa na chama cha Jubilee. Yesterday the Jubilee party had a press briefing. Did you hear or see Fred Matiang'i attend that? Yet amerudi nchini the other day. He should have attended it. He should have fielded himself for the first time for the country to see how strong he is. But the man is strategizing. The man is playing his cards seated, waiting for the right moment to poach on Ruto. And that, I tell you, it will be catastrophic for Ruto. It will be damning for Ruto because Matiang'i knows a lot of secrets of President William Ruto since he served as cabinet secretary in different dockets while Ruto was the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. That's what's up for now. Please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and tell us, do you think who is your best choice for the presidency ahead of the 2027 general election? Because Kalonzo hataki kuachilia and there is no way that Matiang'i naye anaenda kuachilia hii kitu. I would love to hear your comments. Leave a comment on the comment section. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.